All right. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching this, it is October 7th, 2020. Man, does time but fly by. We've been in school for almost a month now. So, learning targets today is I can understand the importance of being able to interview well, and I can conduct an interview in a professional manner. So, like I told you at the beginning of the year, that English is not just about reading and writing, it's also about speaking and presenting yourselves. And today I'm going to teach you skills that'll help you be successful when it comes to jobs and getting a job. I know many of you that are watching this are thinking about trying to get a job this fall or next summer for sure, so they can get some money before you start high school. So, anyway, we're talking about interview skills. One way or the other, all of you are going to need to get a job at some point. So you're all going to need to be able to speak well and to do it properly. So these are some helpful tips and tricks to help you land that job that you want. All right. So, how should you dress before you even think about walking into an office? You should think about what kind of clothes you should wear. So, clothes that should be worn to an interview by a man should be a dress shirt, dress coat, tie, dress pants, and professional looking shoes. You shouldn't be wearing like a hoodie. You shouldn't be wearing, you know, a short sleeve shirt unless it looks nice. You shouldn't be wearing shorts or flip flops or anything like that. You should be wearing nice looking clothes. Make sure that they're not wrinkled and so on and so forth. So let me get rid of my face here because you can't see. So clothes that should be worn to an interview by a woman should be skirt, dress, and dress shoes. It should be very basic. It shouldn't be that hard to really do. So you should probably wear clothes that you wear like your Sunday best if you're trying to get a job, especially one that you really need or really want. So body language. Body language is really important. So when you're going to an interview, you should look and act confident. If you don't act confident, people are going to notice that and they're not going to be able to want to hire you. Even if you're not confident, pretend you are. Like my little thing is fake it till you make it. If you fake it and you act confident, even if you're not, you'll be fine. Be polite to everybody. Simple. You don't know who is going to be working with you or what are the circumstances. So it's just nice to be polite to everybody. Make sure you smile, shake hands with everybody you meet. I'm going to put an asterisk next to that because of the coronavirus. Like it all depends on comfort level. I'm not shaking hands with people, but if you do, make sure that like you sanitize your hands or offer someone hand sanitizer afterwards. When you're done, thank everybody for their time and make sure you make eye contact with everybody because sometimes you're going to be in a room with people. And for example, is like when I was applying to be a teacher at certain places, I'd be in a room full of teachers and one person would ask me a question. And if you just look at that one person, it's kind of rude because everybody is looking for your answer. So you need to look at everybody and make eye contact too. So answering questions, just like how I have you writing complete sentences and answering complete sentences, you need to do the same thing at a job. So you just can't give them one word answers like yes, no. It needs to be, you need to be able to explain yourself. You need to use examples when asked a specific question. So example is, are you good at handling cash? Would be a question if I was like applying to work at Westtown. I'd be like, yes, I'm good at handling cash. I worked at Pick and Save 2 years ago, and I was a cashier and I handled cash. Instead of saying just yes, I'm good at it. You need to have an example. You don't want to speak too slow or too fast. If you talk too fast, which I know is actually something that I do, and I apologize, it sounds to people that you are nervous and you're just rushing through, and nobody will be able to understand what you're saying. But you can't talk too slow either. People in interviews have a certain amount of time they're taking to interview you, so keep that in mind, please. If you talk too slow, it gets very boring, and nobody wants to hear you drone on about your life. I'm sorry. Not really. Like people care about you, but at the same time, in a job interview, people have work to do and they don't want to hear your life story. Make sure you make eye contact with the person talking to you. I already talked about that. What should you do when the interview is over? So thank the interviewer for his or her time. That person has given away a lot of time to interview you. All right. Thank anybody that helped you at a place you got interviewed. So if you walk in and there's a receptionist and you ask like, hey, where do I go? And he or she helps you. You thank them because they helped you. And little things like that help you remember, like people remember you. Or write a thank you letter and mail it to the interviewers or email it. I do that every time I interviewed for a job just because I think it's polite. But sometimes people remember that. Like maybe Mr. Gale didn't hire me, Mr. Tollfree did, but I sent him a letter as well as Miss Becker, who's not here anymore, and Miss Rosales, and maybe they remember that. I don't know, but like maybe that was the thing that helped me get hired here. I'm not really quite sure, but the point is you should do those things. And that is basically all the tips and tricks to getting a job. Thank you very much for watching.